can we just make it official now? Like, if you're not doing law, dentistry, medicine, one of them kind of degrees, university is officially more or less dead, yeah? I was having a conversation with my uncle the other day, and I was basically telling him, well, he actually asked me, he was like, what do you do? Because, I make money online, and oftentimes the older generation, they don't really understand what it is that we do. So I was just explaining to him how, I make money online, and even when it comes to YouTube, for example, like I'm not a massive YouTuber, yeah, but every video is a digital asset. Every video has the potential to make money, and it does make money. Do you get it? So like, there's no effort, it's not like a physical product, but I can make something one time and then it could just continue making money after that. Like, if a video gets 1 million views, I can continue getting paid even though the video's just been made one time. And I was explaining this concept to this uncle, and he was like, oftentimes these older people, they don't really understand what it is. And when I was truly explaining it, how it works, his mind was really starting to open up. And a lot of the time, these uncles and aunties or whoever it may be, they might think that university is, if you don't go to university, then, like, what have you done basically? What have you accomplished? But nowadays, especially with the rise of AI and everything like that, university is so damn useless. Like, honestly, what I've learned in life is it's all about experience and having a skill and getting to know the right people, etc. Like networking, make sure you know the right people, having some sort of skill to provide, because oftentimes when people think of the word networking, they just think, oh, you just got to know the right people. Well, no, you have to know the right people and actually offer some sort of value. And how do you do that? You learn a skill. And how can you learn a skill? I don't know, maybe don't go to university and just put time into learning a skill instead. Like, I had to go gap year before university, and then I went to university, and I went for 2-3 months and I dropped out of university. Yeah, I was doing digital media technology, which is basically a mixture between a bit of video production, a bit of business kind of, and it was like programming, and I hated programming. I was like, bro, I'm not doing programming, and I just dropped out. There's multiple reasons. I made a video on my main channel on ZEEE. Go in the link in the description and you'll find it, why I dropped out of university like 5 years ago. Crazy, I'm an unk now. Anyways, but yeah, like, you're better off just learning a skill, and a skill that rich people can pay you money for, because essentially that is what, that's a very good way of making money, basically. Find a skill that you are good at and get people to pay you for it. And when it comes to this online stuff, like, you'd be surprised, us as younger people, I don't know if you're older than me, but if you're like, early 20s or in your 20s or even younger than that, what comes natural to us, to a lot of people, especially older people, it doesn't come natural to them. Like, we scroll on social media, we know these things, we know like you might know how, I wouldn't say you know how to go viral, but you know how to film and how to edit things and how to make things look nice. Even if it just comes to, like, how to present yourself on Instagram, that is a skill that people don't know how to do, and you can just use that as a skill and get paid for it, and you don't need to necessarily go to university for it. I mean, the way, like, you just get all this debt for going to university, and it's just like, I met too many people now that didn't go to university and made it. And it's not even necessarily about, become an entrepreneur and don't go to university, but a big thing about it is, like, if you ask someone, or even ask yourself, if you went to university or someone that went to university, a lot of the times if you ask these people, like, what's your end goal here? Like, why are you going to university? A lot of the time, these people, they go to university, or they say they want to go to university because they want to have a lot of money, yeah. But I say to them, okay, if the end goal is a lot of money or freedom, let's just say you want freedom, yeah, then why are you going to university? Because they'll get the good grades so that they can go to a good university, so that then they can get a good job and get paid a lot of money, yeah. But it's like, get a good job, okay, like, do you even want a job where you're confined to, an office or a building that you have to be there all the time, and it's like 9 to 5? Like, yes, you might be making good money, but then you don't even get the freedom. And why do you want the money? Let's say they say, oh, I want to get money, but why do you want the money? So you can have freedom. What's the point of having money with no freedom? I know, like, even myself, yeah, I personally have declined money making opportunities on purpose, because I don't want to confine myself to, I wouldn't say money making opportunities, but there's been so many times that people have required my services and I've said no to them. I've said no because I want to chase my own dream and make money on my own terms, because having money is good, it's sick, we all need it, especially in this day and age. It's peak, it's tight for everyone, but I don't want to confine myself, because there's people who could be making way more money than me, but they don't have any time. Like, the other day, I was able to comfortably get up off my ass and fly to Morocco, just lock in for a little bit, get an Airbnb with my boy, and we just did some work. And that was it. Went for a week, came back, and I can do that because I have the freedom. So it's just these little things. You gotta ask yourself, why are you going to university? Why are you doing certain things? And in my opinion, I just feel like, I don't think it's the most I just feel like it's massively lost its value. I was chatting when I was chatting to my uncle, and I was explaining to him about how, making money online is like how you can actually do it. Yeah, I feel like his mind was kind of opened. He was like, oh, I never even thought about it like that. Like last year, I was watching a lot of Alex Hormozy and a lot of them kind of finance online money making gurus, and it really opened my eyes up. I was seeing how a lot of these guys have their funnels and make their businesses, and it really opened my eyes to like how people can make $1 million a month, for example. Yeah, and the old me, I was never a big person when it comes to like, I never was that materialistic. Like, I don't care about money that much. But as I got older, I realized that when it comes to these business models or whatever it may be, you don't need to care about it, yeah. But if you just put yourself in the right position, play your cards right, when you make like large sums of money, it's not necessarily because you put in 100 times more effort. You just put a few things in the right places, and then your business can kind of work for you, if that makes sense. Like, if you're making 1k a month and you're making £1 million a month, more time, you're not putting in 1 million times more effort. You're just putting in maybe like 10 times more effort, and then the money starts flowing, if that makes sense. And I realize it's very much like a video game. So you don't have to be so materialistic when it comes to making money. And these are just things that I learned that I wouldn't have learned if I was at university, is what I'm trying to say. I was living in Dubai last year, and I saw my university card the other day, and it had expired. It was going to expire in June 2024. Yeah, June 2024. I was living the craziest year of my life in Dubai whilst that was happening. So it's just like, imagine, I wouldn't have been learning half these things because I would have been at university. So it's just something to think about. But yeah, when I learned about how these guys are making $1 million a month, it made me think that, you know what, that's not even impossible. And I don't even need to be materialistic to want to make $1 million a month. I just realized that enter the right business model, whether that be selling something online, or a product or a service or whatever it may be, but entering the right product, scaling it correctly, and $1 million a month is just a matter of, it's just like a video game basically. So you don't need to be so fussed or like about, it's not about being materialistic. But anyways, this is just my thoughts on, like, just ask yourself here, why are you going to university, or why did you go to university? And these days it just feels like it's not worth it these days, man. The skill that you can get, everything is online now. Like, AI is insane, man. AI's writing full-on essays, and you're doing all this work for a professor to mark it and then move on. Like, bro, nowadays, I feel like the education system needs to go through a big change now, because as much as we'd like to ignore things like AI, we can't help it. But with the way like AI can just write essays now and do so many things for us, we have to really reevaluate how education is going to be moving forward, because things are just different now. If AI was about when I was younger in school, I would have just been cheating left, right, and centre. I'll be so real with you, man. Like, why would I be doing an essay when I could just boom, 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 type a quick prompt, boom, essay's done in a minute. Oh, but obviously there is repercussions with that, serious repercussions with that. So, anyways, food for thought. Let me know your thoughts, and yeah, let me know.